Imagine holding the ultimate authority over 1.4 billion people. You are the supreme commander of one of the world's largest militaries. Every soldier, sailor, and airman ultimately answers to you. With a single signature, you can declare a national emergency. Under Article 72 of the Constitution, you hold the absolute authority to wipe away criminal convictions and pardon the condemned. Legally, every single executive action taken by the government of India is executed entirely in your name, from inside the walls of this massive estate. But if the Indian presidency commands absolute authority on paper, why do we almost never see the president dictating the country's daily national policy? The answer lies in a deliberate split. In India, the president acts as the head of state, but the actual prime minister, seen right here, operates as the true head of government. While the president ceremonially represents the entire nation, the actual day-to-day executive power to run the state rests firmly with the prime minister and their cabinet. This dual executive model often confuses observers used to the American system, where the duties of the head of state and head of government are rolled into one single person. So why did the framers of the Indian Constitution write in such sweeping, supreme theoretical powers, only to legally bind the president from actually using them independently? If a president were elected directly by hundreds of millions of citizens, they could claim a massive popular mandate, one that could easily rival the prime minister and fracture the government. This flowchart shows how India solves that problem. Instead of citizens casting ballots for the president directly, they elect local and national representatives. Those representatives then form an exclusive voting group called the Electoral College, defined in Articles 54 and 55. As citizens fade out, you see the representative nodes splitting into two distinct blocks: elected members of parliament, or MPs, and members of legislative assemblies, or MLAs. By blending state and national representatives into one voting body, this indirect structure forces the winning candidate to balance the interests of the entire union with the needs of individual states. This elaborate, multi-layered voting system is a deliberate mechanism. It keeps the power dynamic stable and prevents the rise of a competing power center. While the legal mechanics restrict their direct executive control, a nominal head still commands immense moral authority. Over the decades, 15 distinct individuals have stepped into this role. Dr. Rajendra Prasad served as the foundational and longest-serving president. For 12 years, he set the strict constitutional standard for how the new republic should operate. Decades later, APJ Abdul Kalam modernized the office. As an aerospace scientist, he connected the presidency to technological advancement and a younger, forward-looking generation. Gender barriers fell in 2007 when Pratibha Patel took the oath, serving as India's first female head of state. And today, Draupadi Murmu holds the office. Her election marks a historic milestone, bringing a leader from a marginalized tribal and Dalit community to the absolute highest position in the land. This lineage is carefully archived. Deep below the presidential estate lies the Rashtrapati Bhavan Museum, built to physically preserve this evolving history. Inside, modern technology, like this holographic projection display, takes an office naturally restricted by intense security and opens it up to the public. If you trace the timeline of these 15 leaders, you are tracking the very expansion of democratic inclusion within the Indian Republic itself. Which brings us back to our initial question. The framers gave the president supreme theoretical power, not so they could govern daily life, but so they could act as the nation's first citizen and the ultimate guardian of the Constitution. When severe political instability strikes, the presidency functions as a democratic safety valve. If an election results in a hung parliament with no clear winner, the president uses their discretionary power to determine which coalition actually has the right to form a government. They serve as the moral compass for the nation. When daily politics devolves into chaos or legislative deadlock, the president provides an anchor point of stability. The true measure of the office is never about passing legislation. It is about ensuring the democratic system itself survives a crisis completely intact. Governing the world's largest democracy requires a tremendous amount of political combat, but it also demands a unifying symbol that rises entirely above that partisan friction. The heavy stone architecture of Rashtrapati Bhavan reflects the strict constitutional permanence demanded of the 15 people who have occupied it. To truly understand India's democratic endurance, you have to look past the loud, alien noise of the government and focus on these quiet, enduring guardians of the republic.